Let's do our single best chart right now. Scarlet's got a wonderful chart.
Well, this is key because this is something that affects me all day long, all year long. Yeah, Chinese students are invading U.S. universities, if you look at the numbers, and they may be displacing Asian American students. This is from Lily Kuo at Quartz, and what it shows is that overseas Chinese students, that's a yellow line, still small in terms of absolute numbers compared with Asian American students, trending higher. Asian American students peaked at about 2009, 2010, and has been plateauing and even coming down a little bit. Certainly, this is a big issue because Chinese students, overseas Chinese students, tend to pay the full tuition price. They pay the full ride, right? And universities are looking for people to do all that, whereas some Asian American students might be seeking.
Let's go to the combined JD MBA degree, Harvard Business, Harvard Law. Did this guy have a life in Boston?
Patrick Chung.
All he did was go to school.
He's well credentialed, certainly.
Well credentialed.
Patrick, you do a lot of work for Harvard. This is obviously something that rings pretty true on Harvard campuses as well.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I mean, one of this country's finest products is higher education, and one of the central pillars to why it's so good is it's meritocratic. And this is just yet another piece of evidence that makes it a level playing field. When you do Coursera, edX, some of the online platforms, those professors are giving the same exam to their Harvard students or their Stanford students that they give to the broad outside world, and the differences between those scores are minuscule.
Well, when you look at this, Patrick, I think it's critical. An article over the weekend on the globalization of American universities. There's no end to that trend, is there?
No, it's leveling the playing field. I fear for my kids in some sense, too.
Yeah, my boys are going to be part of that plateauing white line.
Not your boys, not your boys. But ultimately, it actually strengthens the institution. It strengthens the country. It makes us more competitive if our children have to compete on a world stage. Because if they don't compete in college, they're going to have to compete after college.